Cool, cool. I
I'm
just
glad to talk about it.
Thank you, John. Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
this is what it's all about, brother. It's about talking about it.
Yes,
And
sir.
what I was just talking about was really about getting more energy from the source within, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we all need to do is we all need to connect to our own light. And so we need to get more energy from our own light.
Yes, sir.
And if we don't put any food in, then there's no way that there's any energy available to the body except the energy that is within the body. I didn't take any food energy in. So anything that I'm doing right now has to be being done with the energy of my source within. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if I need to do something that's, I really need to make a good clear decision here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to eat.
Mm,
I'm going to make sure that everything that I'm doing is coming from nothing but my purest light, and that way I can't make it opaque with my past shit, my old habit and behavior,
yes.
old being. So my food's a part of my old way of being. My drink, my relationships, my shopping, my money, my all of that
Even thought
is my
processes.
identity. That's my physical me.
Mm,
My role, my bank account, my family. These are the things that are my physical me. That's my life. And my spirit being is on one end, and my physical being is on the other. And my mental being, my brain, my mind is between them.
mm,
Now, the unity consciousness is to bring both the spirit being and the physical being to unite as one. A unity consciousness, bringing both sides of the being together. So you said, I know what I'm doing in business. It's been 19 years. I've fucking learned all of this. I know this shit inside, outside, and backwards. But every single time I start to apply it, I know what I need to do. The same thing breaks down. My body physically breaks down. But understand, in the unity consciousness, we bring spirit and body together as one. So there's no more separation. Spirit, the perfect spirit, is aligned with the perfect body. So right
mm.
now, you've got the mind in the middle, the body on one side, the spirit on the other. You got this mind that's educated in the middle. It knows the way. But there's the body over here that's not quite there. My
Yep.
spirit's willing. My mind knows the way.
But that body.
But this body's holding me back.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
not where I need it to be.
Yep.
Understand this. This end goes to the body. This end goes to the spirit. The brain is in the middle. One end goes to the spirit, one end goes to the body.
Mm,
I want to bring both ends together. I want to marry the two forces. Make it one force. That's the unity consciousness.
yep.
In order for me to marry these two ends in me, I need to manage this part. I need to bring the spirit and the body together. Well, the spirit, where's the brain in the middle? There's the body, the most physical bit of us, the lowest density bit. And then the brain, the thought, not the physical brain is still solid and dense, but it becomes thought, which is not really solid or dense. And then beyond thought, higher frequency is spirit. So body, most dense, mind, dense body, and then thought, higher frequency mind, and then higher still spirit. So spirit on the highest frequency and body on the lowest frequency. So there's a break in the lowest frequency bit. But there's perfection on the spirit bit. So I can heal the break with the spirit. If I bring the spirit to the broken bit, it will pick up the frequency of the broken bit and heal it. So how do I bring myself to my spirit? Well, we're all got these thoughts in our head, a perception of who we are. Our personality, our ego, this is who I am. These are the failures I've had. These are the wins I've had. This is who I am. I'm ready to make this move. That's thoughts. It's what I'm thinking. It's my thoughts. Well, beyond thought, higher than thought is spirit. Thought happens in words. As long as I'm still in my words, I'm in the mind. If I want to touch the spirit, I need to go beyond word.
Emotions and feelings, yes?
Emotions and feelings, conception.
Okay.
Conceptions. 3D geometric shapes, sacred geometry.
Like thought forms.
Thought forms.
Okay.
Concepts. And then beyond that, higher still, spirit. No words anymore. We can't talk about it. It's forbidden.
Just vibration.
We can't even interpret it. We don't even know what it is. We can't even speak about it because we don't know. It's just the infinite. We can't understand infinite because we're finite. But that infinite bit is a bit of us because we are spirit and we are body. So we have contact to it, but it's not in thought. It's beyond thought. It's in stillness.
See, I overthink a lot. Meditation's like my biggest medicine.
Okay. So there's two bits to pull this whole thing together.
Okay.
It's one bit, but it has to be applied on two ends.
Okay.
The one bit that needs to happen is I need to fast. But I need to fast in two places. I need to fast on the physical end, the food,
wow,
the drug.
Yeah.
I need to fast on the mental end.
Wow.
I need to stop the thought and stop the substance and stuff. Stop the fucking, the drinking, the smoking, the eating. Stop all the shit. Stop all the shit. Stop it all. And you'll find what you need. That's what you need. That still space. Daily. Every day, you need your stillness. That's how you begin your day. That's loving the self. Because you are love. And if I come to that space without thought, I'm being with you. I'm being with me. It's exercise, it's nutrition, it's a change of mind, and it's a meditation practice. It's all four. You can't leave one out. They're pillars. If you take one down, it all comes down.
Hmm.
It cannot work without all of them.
I needed to hear that. Yeah. Meditation, I've held that as something I need to do. I was doing a lot of things that were helping me, John, and just all I can say is just being human. You know, just sometimes we don't commit to the things we should. I was doing so many good things. I was sun gazing. I was doing some earthing, like earth grounding. I was fasting a lot. I was meditating. All these things were helping me so much, and I just stopped doing them. I just stopped doing them, and I've known I need to.
You get into your physical pain. You get into your physical pain, which might be triggered by an emotional thing, or it could go the other way. I'm not sure. It probably has a nutrition factor connected to it. It may have a coffee or substance associated with it too. Whatever the trigger is, and you get into this cascade of habit, behavior, and thought that takes you down that path that you know. It's the only one you know. It's your broken.
It's your comfort zone.
It's your broken habit. It's your broken frequency that you know.
That's what we need to break
It's
out of.
all the things that you're thinking about in your head. That's your frequency. But we have a perfect frequency in us. It's always perfect. Always. But if we don't shut the mind down, we can't connect to it because it's not in the busy mind. So you can't go looking in there for the answer. It's not inside your mind. You can't think your way out of this.
That's my pain,
You can't
John.
solve a problem with the same energy that created it.
Oh, preach.
If that is the thoughts that created the problem, you can't find your answer there. So stop looking because you're going to make a mess in there. And you're going to be pretty darn upset because you can't find your way. And then you're going to get fucking frustrated, pissed off, and then you're going to get fucking depressed.
Beat yourself
and then
up.
you're going to eat some more.
Then you're going to wallow. That's my cycle, John.
Again, you say, fuck, I can't do this anymore. I got to do something different.
That's, yeah.
Well, now it's time to pull it all together. You can't just do part of this. You can't just go halfway in. You got to go all in.
See, I've been willing to go all in on business, but I haven't been willing to go all in on like health and like spirit. You know, I go partially
going all in on health and spirit and physical pain in my body. Emotional pain in my relationship. I'm putting it all down and I'm going to fix it all. And it's not only going to be for me, because if your intention goes bigger, then your power is greater. So if you say, you know what, it's just going to be because I want to pay my bills, or I want to buy a jet plane, or if I want to make this about the rising of our humankind.
Right. Contribution. That's my end goal.
This world needs to be better. Yes. And I think the way to do it is by each human loving themselves first, which means I need to do it for me.
So that we can love our neighbor.
So that I can love my neighbor as myself.
Yeah. That took me 25 years to learn, John.
And if I say that what I'm doing right here is about more than me, it's about my wife, it's about my kids, my why, it's about my clients, it's about my world, it's about my city, it's about my country, it's about this global place. Because this planet needs people to learn how to love themselves. Then I've got all of this behind me. There's my inspiration. If that's your intention, then go all in on it, buddy. Not just on half of my life, not just on my work life or my family life or on my fitness life, for my health life, or my financial life, or my future life. No, no, no. Go it in all of your life. No separation anymore. This is my family life. This is my work life. This bit come bits. No, it's like I love and embrace all of me and all of my bits. And that happens by intentional thought that that's what I want to see happen. And then if I think it, say it, speak it out, then you know that the lessons are going to come for me. And everything that's coming will be a lesson. And I'll accept it all, and I'll sit in it, and I'll learn from it.
And be grateful.
So if I'm in some pain, it's not time to go and eat. It's time to sit in the pain and say, hey, what are you? Not hide away from it, run away from it. Go lock yourself in your bedroom, pull your blankets up if you have to, and cry if you want. But don't eat. Just sit with it and say, what are you? What do you want me to know? What do you want me to change? What do you want me to learn? What do you want me to do? And then sit with it. And
that pain's
shut
here
up.
for a reason.
Sit with it. And be quiet with it. Embrace it. Love it. Cuddle that pain. Nurture that pain. Because it has something of great value for you.
Wow. So make the shift from not liking the pain to being grateful that it's here in your life so that it can help you, and then just worry about learning the lesson
as it comes.
Wow.
Step into that pain.
Which you're going to do in stillness and not from thinking.
Not from the thinking mind about, oh, it's so painful. Oh, it's not fair. I gotta eat something. I gotta drink something. I gotta buy something. I gotta watch something. I gotta listen to something. This is what we do. Because we don't want to fucking sit with it.
We want to escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We move
I do a lot of that.
We move to comfort. That's what we do. It's the human nature. Discomfort to comfort. That's how come they programmed us. That's how they knew. We knew we were always going to step into comfort. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So they give us a lot of comfortable things to distract us from the discomfort that we need to deal with.
The freedom, the liberty.
Yeah.
Is within, and we don't take the time.
Wow.
Because we're too busy to paying the bills, working.
Yeah.
To connect to the unity consciousness within me, and actually catapult my life ahead intelligently, rather than the way that they tell me to, by working more to make more money, that I'll have a bigger number in the bank account, then I'll be more valuable.
Then you can get a bigger box to put yourself in. Right?
And that's joy and happiness. I'm telling you, my coffee does make me happy.
Wow.
Well, sure, it can if you want.
But if you need something outside of yourself to make you happy,
if you
there's
want
an issue.
something else, you can go further if you want. You can stay in that world if you want. That's your choice. Or you can say, no, I'm tired of this pain, and I'm ready to take my life up. It's a choice.
Yeah.
The decision, right?
Yeah. See, I've made the decision, John, and I'm trying to move forward, but it's like I made that with my mind and my spirit and not so much with my body. And it's been real hard
Well,
to
when you
drag.
get to that real hard, painful spot now with your body, you have to think about this. This hardest, most difficult spot is exactly where it begins. So you know it's coming because
Yeah,
you've been here before.
yeah,
You know it's coming. 3 weeks, 3 months, I don't know how long it takes,
yeah, yeah.
but it's coming. But this time, you're going to love it. You're going to hop into bed with it naked and no nothing in you. And you're going to go, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to dance.
Wow.
Get excited about it. You know. We know.
Wow. Yeah.
It's as within, so as within, as without, as within, so within, as without, as within, so without, as below, so above, so below, so above, as below, so above. It's the planes. It's the planes of matter. And there's the mental plane, there's the physical plane, there's the body, the physical plane, there's the mental plane, there's the spirit plane. The three planes of matter are within the being. Right? So, geez, I lost my train of thought. We were just talking about,
We got the mental plane and the spiritual plane, the different planes of existence.
what were you talking about a second ago? We're trying to heal the,
Like knowing that the pain's coming and just needing
knowing that the
to
pain is
love it
coming.
and sit with it.
Right. This is it. This is it. It's in the mental plane. You have something. In order to bring it into the physical plane, it has to first come into the mental plane. So I have to think it first. I have to intend it first. So I have to intend that I'm going to love this pain.
Mm.
I have to intend it. I'm going to learn how to love you. I'm going to give you my love this time. I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to give you my love this time. Because what the physical pain is in the body, the physical pain in the body is what's manifest from the physical pain in the mind. The trouble, the incorrect thought creates a physical pain in the body. An unwell thought creates an unwellness in the body. If I don't address the unwellness in the body, then it becomes an unwellness in the life. But first in the mind, then in the body, then in the life. As within, so without. As below, so above. The three planes. It's the same on the physical plane, the mental plane, the spirit plane. All three planes have the same rules. We can adjust all things from the mental plane. The all, the creator, created us in his mind, and that's how we are in reality. We are in the mind of the creator.
And like the creator, we create our reality with our mind.
With our mind. It's all a universe of mental management. And it's all the same thing. So you can use your mind here, you can use your mind there. You can use your mind on any plane if you learn how to follow the rules, the laws that have been given to us, and actually apply them in the life. If they're properly applied, then you have the unity consciousness, the sight. Once you have insight, once you're insight, the third eye is open, your being is unified, you're in one being, your oneness, You've married the feminine and the masculine forces within you. Once you've come to one unity consciousness, you are a self-perpetuating battery and you don't need anything.
Mm.
Then you don't need food. So it's not like you're pushing the food away, it's that you don't need it. You're just building the energy. Once that happens, all the consciousness opens and you can feel that sixth sense. You've got your sight, you've got your sound, you've got your smell, you've got your taste, you've got your touch. But when you properly align mind and energy and detoxify the body, the sixth sense opens, all of the energy channels are open, and there's another sense that you have awareness of now. You can feel when you're in the space. But you have to cleanse your body out enough in order to feel that. Once you can feel that, once you've got that awareness inside, the knowing inside, then it becomes about focusing on that, because what you focus on grows. So you start to focus on the power inside, and as the power inside grows, you don't need to eat. So you don't need to fast anymore. You become focused on the power within, and the fasting just happens.
Right.
But you need to cleanse your body in order to get there. That takes the discipline that we need to work through a little bit.
Yeah.
And that means sitting with our discomfort, because our discomfort in our body is what's going on, something in the mind. We have to sit with the discomfort to unravel the broken mind and know what I need to know.
I've been doing that an awful lot lately, and I at least reached the point, I kind of got tired of looking for answers outside, and I knew that I had all the answers, and I knew that, anything
So
that's
you're
going,
doing it, you're just not believing in yourself.
Yeah.
You just need to have someone as a coach to kind of say, yeah, you got it right, man.
Yeah.
And keep pulling you forward a little bit. That's
And
accountability,
some accountability.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
I need
accountability, bro. That's accountability. We need to speak it out. We need to talk about it with someone that we can talk about it with. Soul awakening, life changing, is talking about coming into spirit, coming into alignment. That's soul awakening. You're talking about awakening the soul. All uncertainty. I don't know what this is. We need someone that we can talk to, and our partner is probably not the person.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
probably not.
Yeah, we're at the point we both kind of realize that,
and that's so, okay.
Yeah, we're comfortable with that.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
The spiritual world, we are united. There is no separation. So whatever's going on out there, that's nothing. Real love is not that. That's not real love.
Right.
That's just what's going on out there in 3D reality.
Yeah.
Real love is not that. Real love is in here. We've got a distorted worldview of love. It's broken, and it keeps us trapped in broken relationships, and that's why relationships are breaking down. People are looking for joy inside of relationships. That's not where joy is.
Ooh.
Joy is in here, and then when I get it here, then I'll be able to give it.
Right.
But nobody's been able to get it here yet because they haven't been able to balance their own yin-yang energy, their own duality. They haven't learned how to do that in their own life. They haven't learned how to make themselves well, so they can't love anybody else. And therefore, they're never happy either.
Right.
We got a world full of unhappiness, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be about something bigger. It needs to be about a global uprising, a global awakening.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, John, the fasting for me here lately is going to come very, very easy. I mean, it's simply just making a decision, because I've already gotten to the point, like, I don't crave meat. I don't really crave anything. Like, I don't miss anything. I actually kind of don't like it. Like, I've been eating a lot of kind of Mexican food lately, and I mean, even the dairy and the grains and stuff, I'm just like cheese and sour cream, like it doesn't make me happy. I think I want it, I put it on something, and I go to eat it, and I'm like, I don't need this. I don't want
That's
this. It
right.
makes me feel like crap,
That's
and I'm kind
right.
of like, I don't need to like
How long does the cigarette smoker keep smoking when he doesn't even like the cigarettes and he's still smoking that shit?
right. I actually don't even understand that world. I don't know why anybody would smoke. I don't know.
Well, what's the difference? You're eating cream cheese.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
your
It's not the
fucking
same thing.
smoke, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It's no
But
different. We're all doing the same thing, man.
yeah. But I've gotten to the point, I think I've been internalizing so much stuff lately that as I've been really hung up on like fixing the problems and actually kind of, yes, sitting with myself, not as quietly as I need to, but at least I've been doing a lot of I guess what I would call shadow work, just kind of like looking at the things that are going wrong in my life and trying to meet them head on and dissect them and say, look, why is this here? How do I fix this? Like actually, not what is
Not
the
with the
world fixing?
mind.
Yeah, I'm trying with the mind. That's been my
You can't
problem.
fix it with the mind.
Yeah, yeah, I need to make that
You
shift.
can't fix it with the mind. You need to fix it from a higher perspective, a higher frequency. You need to
Yeah,
address the problem from a higher frequency. You need to address this problem with the quiet space,
get
with the
meditating again.
stillness, with meditation.
Yeah,
You're attacking the problem the same old way. That's why you get the same old result.
yeah, yeah. And when I did used to meditate, I did get a lot more clarity because you get these answers and solutions from almost like, I'm not going to say outside of yourself, but it's like it's from a higher plane and a higher. It's like, in the state that I'm in right now, these thoughts are not my own. I would not be thinking this if I wasn't still and quiet. And then you're still and quiet, and the right thoughts come into you that are so different from the pattern that you realize this is from a higher place. This is what I need. This is why I meditate. And as I've been doing, just the sitting with I've been resorting to my thoughts lately more than the stillness. But even doing this, even just doing the shadow work and internalizing everything and being just so focused and willing to find the problems and change them, I've kind of naturally like leaned towards fasting. Like I don't want food anymore. My wife keeps on, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I don't like nothing. Like I've just been eating because it's the thing to do. People, there's a
Eat
meal is served.
soup, eat soup,
I don't
buddy.
like.
Like
I've been
eat
eating one or two things a
fruits,
day. Like I don't even want to
eat
eat.
smoothies, eat
Uh,
juices, eat the lightest things, right?
like when I eat lately, it's a hassle for me. Like it's like I don't want to do it. It's like I got to stop doing what I want to do and go do this stupid thing. Like why the fuck am I eating for? You know what
Fuck
I mean?
it.
I don't even need this. Yeah, I've been just turning down a lot of meals and stuff.
Fuck it.
Yeah, my
And
wife
when
will
you
serve me a
don't eat,
plate.
all the shit comes up. That's when you're going to deal with that. You're
Yeah,
going to see it. You're going to feel it. When you don't eat, it's all going to come up.
maybe that explains a lot of what I'm going through right now because I'm not doing much eating. Like my wife will
Oh, it's
serve
coming
dinner.
up. It's going to be coming up when you stop eating.
I'll eat two or three bites of something and then I just can't. I just can't, and I'm done. And I do that with like every meal. Like I haven't been eating a lot. It's a good thing though. I'm happy with it. I need to maximize that. I need to keep that since I'm doing so good there, like naturally anyway. I need to just intend to fast. You know?
Jay, you know what? I got to get you to go into my page for me and
Sure,
do a couple things for me.
absolutely. Anything I can do to help you.
Yeah, man.
I
So,
appreciate your time too. I really
yeah,
do.
so you know what? I need to, like maybe I'll do a share screen here.
Sure,
Because you could probably show me how to do it.
for sure.
That would be helpful. Okay, let me see if I can do it that way.
Anything, John. You've helped me so much. I mean, even when you're not directly intending to help me, just you, brother. I mean, just your presence, just you existing helps me. Like I watch your content. I mean, just knowing that there's John, like you're like my favorite, most positive person in my life. Like there's always you on Facebook. Every time I go to Facebook, there's something. I don't know if you notice. I don't always have time to do a bunch of stuff, but I go and I love your stuff and I skim through and stuff. Like I don't. I admit I don't hang on every word right now. I mean, if I had more time in my life, I probably would, but boy, you brighten my day all the time. I go and I look, and you're always reminding like the stuff I'm going through. Like it's like sometimes like not to be so self-centered. Like this probably isn't the case, but it's like you write things, and I'm like the thought comes in my head. I'm like, dude, is John like mainly talking to me? Is John like I have Jay in mind when I write this, but it's gonna be helpful for others too? That's probably not the case, but it's like that's how it hits me, man.
Because we're all the same, bro.
That we're all going through this.
We're all
Yeah,
going through this.
on different stages, right?
We're all going through this. We're all dealing with our own demons. We're all dealing with our own shadow.
Mm.
We're all dealing with our own low frequency bits,
Hmm.
our own traumas,
This material.
our own habits, our own behaviors, our own addictions
Mm.
to food, substance, material, people,
Thoughts, even. I'm addicted to
thoughts.
thoughts,
It's
John.
all the same stuff.
I'm a
So
fiend for
so
thoughts.
we need to do four things. We need to start moving this body. We need to get it out in the sunlight and the ground and into nature. We need it to move. We need it to
Mm.
move and breathe.
I never get outside.
We
Yeah.
need it to move and breathe, and we've got to get it. We got to get it the right live foods or no foods, live foods and no foods.
Sure.
We got to get the right thoughts in, which it sounds like you do that work. You do the thought work,
I do. Yeah. But that's not enough.
but it's
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah. That's what I needed to hear.
And I'm missing the spirit piece, which is the no thought bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm neglecting that.
And we're neglecting that. So it's like you're really focused on one muscle. Is that thought one, like figuring out what the problem is with my business and generating those dollars?
Yeah.
Figuring out what the problem is. Figuring out what the problem is. The more you focus on the fucking problem,
Ooh. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
right? But aren't I attacking it the same way all the time? Only on one finger. I got to get it all. I got to take a full life attack at this time.
Mm, holistic. Yeah.
Holistic.
Yeah. That's my problem. I've been telling myself, honestly, my greatest truth has been that I can solve this shit with just my brain. And that's the lie. Like, that's what I need to.
Well, it is the brain ultimately, because the brain is what reprograms it and makes you go to the gym and makes you eat better, and it's all decisions in the brain.
But
But I
that
do have
without
to
the
take-
meditation.
But I
Yeah.
gotta go for a walk, and I gotta go for a. I gotta stop changing my food too. Like that's all from the brain.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's action bits to it.
See, I've been thinking I could solve it with just the brain alone, and that's my fallacy. I need to start approaching it holistically. I haven't been. I've been just like, if I can work it out in my brain, I've been just trying to exercise like my thoughts and intentions over the world, but without the meditation, without the fasting, without the. See, I've been using one tool. It's like I got to fix like an engine in a car, and it takes like 5 tools, and I'm just sitting here trying to. Well, I just got this one tool, and I'm bound and determined to fix this thing with this one tool, and it's just not going to happen.
Brother, if I want to add you to my Facebook access, like what do I do here? I'm going to go like Facebook Ads Manager. Can you do it from Ads Manager?
I think it's under settings. I believe it's under settings.
Yeah, but I go into settings and I'm supposed to find people, but I can't find people.
It's been a minute. Let's see if I can look through privacy timeline. It might have to do with privacy because it might be like who can do
privacy.
things.
Okay.
Maybe. I've looked through all that. It's complex. They have an awful lot of stuff here. Who can see your post review? I'll find people. No. Maybe it will be. I think it's the settings on your page. I think if you go in, is it the high-end fitness?
I'll go. Let me go to my high-end fitness page here.
Yeah, go to that page, and I believe there's different settings there. I think you can set different roles for different people.
Wait a second. I think I'm now you're telling me something that I can understand. Settings here, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Right. Because I've been clicking up here and getting into the settings. It's this
don't feel bad. It's confusing. They don't make it.
I get frustrated. And then when you get frustrated, you can't think.
Oh yeah. John, I found the easiest way that I do things like this. Yeah. This will probably be page roles over there on the left. Yep. There you go.
Thank you, man.
Hey, man, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't just innately know this. Like, it was confusing as shit to me, too. I had to go hit YouTube and just be like, hey, how do I do this, and just go watch videos. But, I mean, busy people, you don't always have time to go and do that. So.
No, I could do that. That's one thing that I could do, and I never think that. So where do page roles go? People and other pages. Page roles. Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Roles.
I'm like trying to point at it and realizing you can't see like what I'm doing.
Page roles. Okay. And then if I want to put
It should be.
assign new page roles.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. I believe that's it. And let's see. Yep, you should be able to just type my name in there and hit that drop down and whatever permission you want to give me.
Okay. So put your name here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Usually, if you start typing, it should come up. Just like JA and there we go. That's probably, yep.
Yeah, bro. Okay. So I add that. I
then-
make you like my
Let's see.
admin.
Admin is usually, that gives me the most, I mean, if you super trust me, that'll let me do whatever needs done.
Editor's cool.
Editor's cool. It depends on what you want me to do for you because there's some things that require admin privileges.
I'll give you the admin, bud.
Okay.
Okay.
That way, if you just do that once, then anything you want me to do, I'll always be able to just go in and do. And here,
Perfect, brother.
I'm gonna look away
Perfect.
from that for you.
Perfect, brother. Okay. So my password. Okay. Let me see about changing that.
Well, at least I've gotten to the point where all I drink is water, and I've been drinking tea, and I don't like it. I've been drinking sweet tea, and I feel like I don't need the sugar, and I don't need the caffeine.
Don't worry about sugar, buddy. It's not it's not bad.
Oh,
That's all horse shit. I mean, it's
Wow.
it's so blown out of proportion. I mean, I'm not saying go eat pastries. That's not what I'm
right,
saying.
right.
But it's all a part of the kind of the scare you away from sugar thing is just more about the scare coalition and it really it's really wrong.
Just getting you focused on fear and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I got
really
you.
wrong, and then directed into the answer is protein and fat.
Oh yeah, and then I
Keto,
can't
that's
stand.
the answer.
You
That's
try to
the
tell people
answer.
about fruit.
That's how you heal yourself.
You try to tell people about fruit, and it's but what about diabetics? And there's so much sugar
Sugars.
in
What
the
about the
fruit.
sugars?
And I'm
And
just
it's the
like,
proteins and fats
that's
that's
how you
making the
heal
diabetes.
Yeah, I keep telling people they're like, but I can't
Backwards.
because
But
I'm
this is it.
diabetic.
It all keeps everybody frozen, and then nobody even goes towards the fruit because it's sugar. Anything
Right.
sugar is bad. You got too much sugar there. It's all sugar. Listen, don't worry about the sugar.
But they'll eat Snickers and cakes and donuts
And rice and
that's
potatoes
fine,
and
but
breads and
fuck no on fruit because that shit has sugar in
processed
it.
foods,
They want to tell themselves
crackers and
fruit's bad for them. Yeah. People, ridiculous. Hey man, we got our work cut out for us, don't we, brother?
we can change our lives, man. We can change our lives, right? It
Yes,
can
sir.
happen.
Yep.
Okay, Jay, I'm going to finish up that connection. I'm not sure why I got put some password in. I'm going to sort that out. But
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah,
connect
for
you, and then I'll send you some stuff I want you to take care of for me.
Sure, sure.
Awesome, bro.
So just while I got you on, what kind of stuff are you needing to get done?
Well, I've got somebody that's working on my Facebook ads right now, and I want a second opinion. I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could get someone that could do it for less.
You know what, John? Let me mention this to you. You know how what I was wanting to do? I was wanting to take clients and I was wanting to make an agency so I didn't have to do everything on my own, and I was wanting to actually get to the point where I had people that would take care of their stuff. So I met with a guy in Atlanta. He's a very, very, very successful person. He has actually one of the top marketing agencies in Atlanta. And so we went and we had dinner. He bought me dinner sometime. We went and talked for a while and decided to kind of do business together. And I'm now contracted with him. And what I've done, his company is called AlivaMark. And it's very established, and he has all kinds of really good systems and like live tracking for stuff. And so what I did is I'm a contracted like salesperson for AlivaMark now. So when I find people that need social media or Facebook or any kind of services like that, he's actually cheaper than I was, which kind of impressed me. I was like, how can you be so cheap? And he's like, because I have such a good automated system. Most of it's profit for me. And I was like, nice. So he's let's just say under $2,000. I mean, he's got some stuff for a little under $1,000 and a lot of services between $1,000 and $2,000.
Yeah,
Kinda
these
like
guys are
$1,200.
$2,000 a month.
So he would be cheaper, and you get live tracking where you can go and basically I would be your guy. I would be your liaison with a whole marketing agency in Atlanta behind
Well,
me.
that's why, Jay, I'd like you to have a
Yeah,
take a look in my Facebook. I'm going to
for
connect you
sure.
to it. You're going to
Yeah,
take a look at it, and we
yeah,
can talk about it, right, buddy?
absolutely.
That's how it
Absolutely.
starts. Is you get in there, you start looking at it, we start talking about it, we start having some communication about it, right?
Sure, sure. And I
All
don't want
right, my
anything.
brother.
I'm at the point, John, where like all I care about is just to serve people and help them with business. I mean, if I can help you and that results in a business relationship and I wind up making some money out of it, then cool, so be it. It's a byproduct. But I mean, really, even if I can show you, I mean, if they're doing right and I can confirm that, then cool. Or I mean, if somebody else is better for you, cool. I've gotten to the mindset with business that I just want to help people. I just want to serve people. And if I do that exquisitely, then they'll rant and rave and give me word of mouth. And I
That's
mean,
what it's about, right? It's
yeah,
what all of us,
yeah,
it's what all of us doing that's what it's about. But we can do it in business,
sure.
but we also need to do it in our private lives,
Mm, mm. But
in
yeah, I
our
don't care if I get
friendship
the work or
lives.
not. I just want to be of service, since I have the
We have to
experience,
be of service in all aspects of our life and ourselves,
even to ourselves. Yeah, that's
even
big.
to ourselves.
That's what I've been
It
learning.
starts with the self.
I treat myself worst of anyone. Like
If we don't start treating the self the best first, then none of it's going to work.
I've been putting myself last. That's a
None of
shitty
it's
thing.
going to work until you go,
Yeah,
time out, Jay first.
yeah. It's a hard switch for me. I feel
Gotta
selfish
happen.
doing it. I feel
Needs
selfish.
to happen, or you're going to keep on living this wheel.
Mm, mm. I've been living it.
Don't start it again with the same wheel. It's hard. No, it needs to happen now.
Well, I'll tell you, John, I know you're trying to wrap it up. I'll be quick about this, but my wife and I, what we've come to is that I'm trying to build like this 100-story skyscraper of like business and good decisions and entrepreneurship. And it's the foundation sucks. That's what the problem is. The foundation sucks because it's my health. Like Tony Robbins is big on physiology is key in your physical state. And my physical state is shit. And so what I'm doing, I'm taking this like destroyed, decimated foundation, and I get like 1 or 2 or 3 stories in and realize that the shit's all wobbly and I can't do it. I've got the right ideas and the right business practices, but my health every time, it's like I know what I need to do. I go to do the workload and my health keeps me from doing it. And it's a
You gotta
repeating thing.
love that health thing.
Well, I'm trying to go back and fix
You
that
gotta
foundation.
love you.
Oof.
You gotta love yourself.
So I've had such a rough life. It's so hard for me to love myself.
You know how you love yourself? You don't know how to do it? This is how you do it. For people that don't know how to do it, here's how you do it.
Thank you.
You go into the quiet space and imagination. You know this muscle? We had it when we were children. We were connected to the source all of the time. Imagination is that creative bit, that feminine, divine feminine energy. Use your imagination. It can create anything. Use your imagination and say this. Could you imagine what it would feel like if I loved myself?
Wow.
What would it feel like, do I think? What do you think it would feel like if you loved yourself? Oh my gosh, what would it feel like if I loved myself every single bit of my life? How would I feel?
Wow. That's a good technique, John. And then that
You need
triggers
to
you into
will
the,
it into your intention. You need to intend it into your reality.
yeah.
You need to imagine it. What would it feel like if I was worthy? Oh my gosh, how would I feel if I was safe?
That hits so hard, John. I've been through so much
Gotta
shit in my life. I feel
You
unworthy.
haven't done it.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's my next step. Learn to love myself. Meditate more. Fast.
Love the self.
Think
Love the
less.
self. Meditate more. Think less.
Thank you, John.
Move and eat the right things. Brother, thank you for the call. Thank you for the time. I'm thanking you in advance for the future talks that we're going to have, because I know
Sure.
we're always going to be doing something together.
Sure. Sure. I
Love
just
you,
love
man.
having you in my life, man.
Love you,
If
man.
we could even do
Love
this
you,
like
man.
once a week or something,
Love
man, I'd
you,
be
man.
so happy.
Love you, man.
Thanks, John.
See ya.
All right, we'll see.